Hello, everybody, and welcome. As we like to do every week, we like to take a look at the past week's market activity and then kind of bounce around the market and look for something to trade. So, if you've been watching the market at all, you see last week we started to get a little bit of volatility in the market. As you can see, definitely the whole week was down, and then on Friday we really took quite a big down move, and that might have been in part because some of the tech stocks took a beating on earnings. So this is the S&P 500. You can see the last week we finally got a down move. And what happens with a down move? Volatility increases. And as essentially volatility-based traders, we like that. We like volatility in the market because that means we can sell our options for more money. So if we go over to the NASDAQ, of course it's going to look fairly similar. Again, the last week took a bit of a beating, and the Russell always kind of similar looking vibe as well. So what are we going to trade this week? Well, luckily most of the earnings are kind of past us now, which means we can start getting back into stocks again without having to look for stocks that aren't, like I said, waiting for earnings to come up. And one that just had earnings was Apple, and you can see it took a huge dive on Friday. And what happened with that? Well, always volatility increases going into earnings right here. And then usually, as you can see right here, if things go well, there's just a huge drop off right after earnings and it goes back to normal. But in this case, it didn't because it had this huge drop. So again, as volatility based traders, this is an opportunity for us. So we're going to go in and do an Iron Condor on Apple exactly for that reason. It took a huge drop, volatility has spiked, and earnings is over. So if we go to the trade page, I'm actually going to use the 40-day cycle in this case because it is more liquid, meaning the pricing will be better than these. I've looked at them already, and the 40-day is better pricing than the 47. We like close bid-ask spreads, tight markets, and the markets are tighter in the monthlies always. And in this case, they're definitely better than the weeklies. And since the days is about the same, not much different, we'd rather go with liquid. So I've set this up already. We're just going to say the stock is roughly around 180 bucks because in this case the strike prices are $5 wide. So when we move any side, it's going to move by $5. So the closest we can get in this case is we sell the 170 put and we sell the 190 call, which again are roughly $10 away. It's about as close as we can kind of pull it off because if we move anywhere, it's going to be a huge jump. And then we buy the call and the put, in this case making it a $5 wide Iron Condor. And what do we need to collect in order to make this a valid trade? Well, remember when we're trading, it is 33 cents minimum per dollar in width, which means we'd have to collect at least 165 or more on this trade to make it valid. And you can see we do. So this is the trade in Apple for tomorrow. Again, earnings is over. The stock is essentially right here. It's taken a big dump. Volatility has spiked. So we're going to create this $5 wide Iron Condor and hopefully take advantage of this volatility spike and hope it stays in a range over the next 40 days and we can make some money on this trade. Hello everybody, just a quick break in the action here to make you all aware of the courses I have available on Udemy, which are these 5, but more importantly to let you know that these 3 right here are a 3-part series. So if you're anywhere in the mix here, now you know that Understand Options Completely is part 1, Basic Option Strategies is part 2, and Make and Manage is part 3. So you can start or continue at any level you like. The bottom 2 here can be taken at any time. They are just independent courses. If they interest you, please go ahead and take them. So you've got some knowledge now, and we know knowledge is power. But really, knowledge is only power if you use it. Otherwise, it's useless. So how do you take all this option trading knowledge and turn it into actual income? And the only way to do that is by actually trading options. As someone that's gone through the process, I know that making real trades is scary for many reasons, not the least of which is, where do I even start? I mean, there's so many roadblocks to making trades. What stock should I trade? What direction should I choose? Which options am I buying or selling? The list seems endless, which is exactly why I created my option income alert system. So don't you think you'd be a little bit more comfortable and confident if I was right there by your side making trades with you? Where now I will be there with my real-time alerts. You'll trade side by side with me in real time as I tell you what trade to make, why we're making the trade, and more importantly, how to make the trade correctly. But making the trade's only half the battle. When to close the trade is just as important, so you'll get those closing alerts as well. Listen, you've got the knowledge now, so let's put it to use. So how do we turn your knowledge into actual income with as little risk as possible? Well, the way we do that is by offering up the option alert for only $1 for the first month. Now, the option alert itself is going to send out 2 to 3 trades in real time as I make them via text or email directly to you. And as I close these trades, you'll also get those closing alerts in real time as well. Now, if you want an even better opportunity, the Option Pro, which is the exact same alert service as the Option Income, offers up all the content I've ever made, courses, webinars, etc. Over $2,000 worth of options courses for only $19 for the first month. So the way we're going to sign up for either of these is by going to sharpertrades.com, clicking on the products section. Both of these alerts will show up. Depending on which one you prefer, you'll type in these coupon codes and you'll either get the option alert for $1 for the first month or the Option Pro for only $19 for the first month. Look forward to seeing you all over there soon. Take care.